Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be going over the markets. We'll be asking the question, is Bitcoin about to take off as well? I think there's going to be a big major thing coming, especially because Bakkt is coming out as well. They're testing today, and just general news kind of stories coming out, and the fact that it's not gone below really the $9,000 mark, and it should have really kind of gone down below that if we're going to see some kind of big correction here. So it might be that it's gone back up and it's very, very choppy just now, Bitcoin. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We'll be looking at some of the charts as well. So any charts you want me to look at, just let me know. Just give me a shout in the kind of chat area just now. Before we continue, at the end of, it was going to be the end of this week, I'm going to be releasing a series of videos, 3 videos about crypto training. And so I'm going to be releasing them free at the end of this month, the 28th of July. So if you want to sign up, there's a link down below to do that, and you'll get access. You'll be able to get first dibs on the premium access group, and that's coming up the end of July, and it's only going to be open for 1 week. So for every 6 months, I'm going to be opening up the premium group for 1 week only, and it's going to be kind of preempted with these kind of 3 videos that I'm going to be giving you as well. So it's free training for you as well, and it's going to be offering you the premium group at the end of it. So sign up down below for that as well. I've also signed up, I've kind of made an agreement with a company as well that'll be kind of rolling out this week, called Symmetry. So I'm looking forward to giving you more details about that. I really like them, and it's the first kind of project that's written to me. Well, not written to me, I've written to them, and kind of they were spoken, and I really like and I'm really happy with kind of promoting as well. So that's coming up as well. And I think you should look at that. I'll put a link down below. I've not got it just now, but I will put a link down below. But first of all, if you can go down to the like button and crush the likes, that would be fantastic. And I'll jump in and see how many people we've got in watching. We've got a few people watching just now. So jump into the chat area and welcome everybody in first. Okay, we have David Schwartz is in the house. Kriska Moo is in the house as well. Vin is in. John Russell, Godboy, Joe Cook is in. Debbie Claydon, Crypto Cannabis, Jason Claydon, Mervyn Skidmore, B Free is in. B is in the house. Das Hibernian, Scotch Bull, Marcus Shafari, Stephen Seedhouse, Pascal Amsterdam, Kukla is in. Hypelands Drifter, Gino Dow is in. Mac Paulin, John Russell as well. Which link is the vids? There's a link down below. It's the first link, so it's asking you to join. I'll just show you. Sign up for the free crypto training. So that is the link for the videos. That's coming up at the end of this month. I'll just go through some of the comments. Big blessings. Good morning. 17 waiting almost 7 likes. Yeah, hit those like buttons. The DJ ranking of crypto. Litecoin is going to explode. Yeah, I'm going to talk about this as well, because I think this is something big that's going to happen this year, towards the end of the year. Steve Shirt's not tuned in. Yeah. Hi Stephen, everyone smash the like. What about XRP? Yep. Bernard Ronald is in the house. Natasha Sakamoto is in. Jack D Crypto is in. John also, sorry, I have not had my third coffee yet. No problem at all. That's talking about the vids. Okay, first of all, we'll go over to the market, see what's happening in the marketplace just now. And I will just make sure we are over it. We are. Okay, we are back up to 289 billion. We were at 290 billion. It's coming down because Bitcoin is choppy just now. It's going up and down like $400-500 at a time, and we'll look at the chart in a wee second as well. We've got a Bitcoin dominance of 65.2, so it's coming down. So that's going to allow the alt some room to breathe as well. Who's the winners and losers? Next is up. U-Network is up 12%. Ren is up 10%. That's the only 3 in double-digit greens. But we have a few in greens. Well, we've got about 40% in the green, 60% in the red. Metaverse ETP is down 7%. Icon, Golem, Bitcoin SB, Bitcoin Gold, Sentiment Network, Wax, Lisk, Hypercash all down as well at the moment. And we'll look at all of the coins. We've now got 2,364 listed on CoinMarketCap. There's a lot more than that. It's probably double that. In fact, more than double. But listed on CoinMarketCap, there's 2,364, which is up. So trading over $100,000 over the last 24 hours. See who's the winners and losers. Unicoin up 376% on 669,000 volume. Locust Chain up 262%, haven't heard of that either. Mercury up 96% on 23 million volume, and that's a market cap of 6.2 million. And this is the reason we do this, just to get some indications of what could be up and coming. So we'll go down the market caps and look. Mobius up 42% on 695,000 volume. ProChain, that's been up a couple of times. Sibcoin as well is up 38%. Transcodium 116,000 market cap and 109,000 volume. And BitTube as well is coming up. BitTube is only 5 million market cap, up 17%, 72% on the week. So it's done well over the week as well. Just have a look. Tarush is up 455% on the week. Dexter is up 325%. Salt is up 160%. Dex is up 121%. Sib, Bitstack is up 88%. Themis, ProChain, VO, Unicoin Gold, BitTube, Big Bomb, Melon, all up as well. That's over the week, and as I said, this is how we kind of look for hidden gems, just for indications for hidden gems. Looking at it this way, this is one of the ways to look for it. Okay, on to crypto bubbles. What's happening over the last 24 hours? We've got U-Network, Ren, Net is up, Next is up, Ravencoin, Aurora, PundiX, not really moving, Japan Content, Ardor as well. So it's kind of 50-50 over the last 24 hours. However, if we go over to the last hour, it looks a wee bit different. So it's more going towards the red over the last hour. Big ones being VestChain, U-Network is up 7.1%, ETP down, Mona is up, XTZ, Ren is up, Next down. So mostly in the red there, I'd say. Let's go back to chat, see who else has joined us. Scottish Bull pissing down in Glasgow. Yep, been peeing down for a couple of days. I was out jogging this morning, it was peeing down, but it was my best time. I done about 2 miles and under, no, it was 1.82 miles, 1.83 miles in 20 minutes, which is really slow for some people, but it's the quickest time I've kind of pulled since I started jogging again last week. Was that a Celtic mug? Well, it's not a Hibs mug anyway. It's a Smash a Likes mug, or Crush a Likes mug. Marcus Jafari, I've just spilled a full cup of coffee all over my car. Oh, nightmare. Nightmare, man. Mitch Dieter is in. Gollum is a GD project, worldwide computer. Scottish Bull. I'm not even going to go there. Hugh White Apple. 1200 BNB token cost 100 in July 2017, and today is $32. I know. Das Iberian Rangers are Ethereum. Dad came back, pretend to be the original, won't stop Bitcoin from being number one for the 10th year in a row. Don't normally do spidey senses, but I have a feeling something's going to happen, something big, or is it just me? Nope, I'm getting the same feeling. That's why I kind of put today's headline as well. Axel is in the house. Good morning to you. Any thoughts on QTIM and OMG, Steve? I'll look at that later. UI Apple, again, okay. Talking about BNB. We've spoke about BNB a lot on this channel as well, and how good it can be. We just have to wait until September, see what's going to happen in September for that as well. But we'll go over to the Bitcoin chart just now, see what's happening at the moment. Okay, on the 15-minute chart, looking good on the 15-minute chart. It crossed over at 10,515. Crossed over for a long at 10,515, and is still in play just now for a long, for looking at it that way. It did on the weekend. I've had a weekend off, to be honest. I had the full day off yesterday. I went to kind of Waterstones, bought a couple of books, fiction books, and just started reading yesterday and chilled out. It was really good being away, and it done me the world of good actually, because I realised how much I've been kind of working kind of on crypto, on the other businesses as well, and I just needed a break. And I was out kind of Friday night and yesterday on Saturday night as well, so it was good to get a weekend off from crypto, but I'm dying to get back to it today. So I was up at 4:30 this morning going out a wee jog, and then getting right into crypto again, looking at the news. And the kind of vibe is that Bitcoin is going to go up again. I think Bitcoin could go up again, but it's topsy-turvy, but it's just the feeling that it's kind of going up. We've seen it going down to 9,000. I've just gone to the daily because that's the 50-minute chart. That's for trading. I'll get rid of this. So on the daily, we're still looking good. The 70 EMA is still crossed over the 50 EMA, so it's still looking okay on the daily. We're still in a bull run just now, very much in a bull run just now, 10,607, as I said. And I think it's going to go up further, especially because Bakkt are doing the testing today. So I don't know if you know about this. Where is it? Bitcoin bombshell, critical mass of institutional investors set to join Bakkt this quarter. And this is just one of the news stories about Bakkt as well. So the market research and analysis from Fundstrat has released an update on Bakkt, the Bitcoin and crypto platform being built by Intercontinental Exchange. The owners of the new Fundstrat attended Bakkt's Institutional Digital Assets Summit on July the 18th. And this is from Sam Doctor. So they've kind of posted this on Twitter. I don't know if you've seen this. And we think Bakkt could be a huge catalyst for institutional participation in the crypto market. Here are our takeaways from the Bakkt Institutional Summit yesterday at the New York Stock Exchange. So this is what they've kind of done. We'll just do some of them. So they just said we attended Bakkt's Institutional Digital Assets Summit on July the 18th with 150 plus investors and institutional service providers. So Bakkt's launch is expected late in the current quarter, following the test launch on 22nd of the 7th, which is today. There's a great deal of institutional anticipation around the planned full launch of the service. Custody, compliance, payments and physically settled daily and monthly futures contracts in partnership with parent ICE. As we have written before, Bakkt tackles many of the barriers to adoption for traditional investors seeking to expand their mandate to include crypto. So that is a big deal that Bakkt are offering. It is a big deal. I still don't believe we need it or totally need it, but it's still going to be a big deal for onboarding institutional investors. Why is that? It's because they've got a custodial service, basically. So it's going to be fully compliant. It's got custody service whereby you don't need to store anything, or they won't need to store anything. The institutional investors, it'll be down to the actual exchange, Bakkt exchange itself, to store everything in a safe and secure manner, which means it will be insured for as well in case of any kind of hacks or anything like that. So this is what institutional investors are looking for. They want somewhere safe to invest in. The CFTC Commissioner Don Stump discussed the CFT's derivatives regulatory and enforcement duty and its role sharing market perspective with the Financial Stability Oversight Council. There isn't a cryptocurrency that could threaten financial stability yet. So this is just the takeaways. What was the other ones I was looking at that was quite good? Ari Paul, CIO of Block Tower, believes that retail adoption will be enormous once a killer app UI makes crypto on-ramps safe, reliable and as easy to use as PayPal. I do believe that as well. It's too difficult for retail investors like you and I. We know it, and we jump through the hoops just to buy some Bitcoin and to buy some XRP and kind of Ethereum and Litecoin and Cardano. We jump through the hoops to do that. And because it's second nature to us now, it just seems really easy to do. But for anybody new coming in, it's just a whole new world. So we just want it to be as good as going onto PayPal, putting some money in, or just getting an app, putting some money in, funding it with your bank account and buying crypto. That's how easy we want it to be. It's not there yet. It's getting there with some of the apps, admittedly. But for it being safe, we want it really, really safe and possibly insured. Like if you buy something with a credit card, you're more than likely insured in case something goes wrong. So you want that with kind of crypto as well. Some kind of insurance, which means safety, that you're not going to be hacked. That it's not going to be easy to hack you. Paul also discussed how former 10x to 15x Bitcoin cycles progressively attracted regulators. First the FBI for criminal activity, then the SEC as a security, and now the Fed and others are examining systematic risks as crypto becomes more important and relevant to the public. So I thought that was kind of interesting there as well. Investors at the event are excited about the Bakkt launch. and the notion of physically settled daily and monthly future contracts. There was a wide array of clients, many with deep traditional equity derivatives expertise, including prime brokerage services, prop desk, institutional exchanges, and some of the largest equity HFT shops. 5% plus share. They're preparing to enter crypto and plan to have an equally large impact. This is going to be massive. This is really going to be massive for Bitcoin, I think, and for the cryptocurrency world as well. And this is what they've been waiting on for a long time. So I wouldn't underestimate the power of Bakkt. They're doing some testing today, and that's what the kind of big excitement is about just now. And I've got it exact same here as well. Bottom line, there's a community of institutional investors and vendors that are readying to port world-class systems from traditional asset classes and markets into the crypto world. The Bakkt launch could be a huge accelerator for market growth. So I'll check that out. I'll put the link down below for you for the Sam Doctor tweet. So definitely check that out. However, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if we look at the big five, there's going to be more than the big five. But if we look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, and I'm going to say Cardano. Now, I'm not kind of dismissing EOS, Tron, or Stellar. I'm not saying that. I just think that these are going to be the big ones that are really going to take off big time. Bitcoin, I think, by the end of the year, within a year, you're talking maybe $100,000, or within a couple of years, $100,000. Ethereum, I think, is going to come right back from $225, and you're going to 10x to $2,500. XRP, everybody is going to be laughing. Everybody's laughing at XRP. Well, not everybody's laughing. It's 50-50. Laughing at XRP, but it's going to be $10, I reckon, easily. $10 or $5. It's going to 10x at least, but I think it's going to be $10 within a couple of years, even more than that. Litecoin, I think, is going to come right back as well. $99 just now. You've seen it. It's been down at as low as $33 and hit the $100 and above. It's going to come back again. And Cardano is going to be up to over $1 from here. So you're talking another 10x there as well. So I'd say the big five. For me, that's the big five. Stellar as well. I do like Stellar as well. I think they could make a move as well. Tron, I'm not so sure about. I do think they'll do good things, but I'm just not sure about Bitcoin SV. I don't even kind of look at. EOS, I think, could do well as well. Binance coin, I think, is going to do amazing. $100 coin waiting to happen. I keep saying that, but I'm just uncertain about what's going to happen in September and how they're going to kind of deal with that as well. Bitcoin Cash, just have no interest in at all, if I'm being really honest. And there'll be other ones as well. Chainlink, the likes of Chainlink could really come up as well, but and Ethereum Classic, I've always liked Ethereum Classic as well, but I think those are the large caps. They're going to 10x. All of them are going to 10x. And if you're looking for a safety net and you're looking to make money for the future and be part of the future, without these kind of topsy-turvy wild runs we've had and investing in kind of coins that we think might do well, but then they're just kind of proven not to do it, like BAB, for example. And BAB still might do well, but Titanium would be another one that's just kind of disappeared as well. Just things like that. So much less risky is what I'd say. So these are much less risky, but if you can still get 1,000% on them over the next 2-3 years, then it's a safe place to put your money. So I would stick 90% of your money into something like that and 10% to buy hidden gems or trading as well. I'll do something like that. So it depends on how much you want to put into the market as well. But I do think these are going to explode. I think Ethereum is going to come back big time. And I think that's the next one apart from, I think Bitcoin is going to be $100,000 sooner rather than later, but I don't think it'll be this year. But I still think it's going to charge on hugely. Ethereum is going to come back massively. XRP is going to surprise the heck out of everybody. It really is. It's going to surprise the hell out of everybody, and everybody's going to be talking about it and getting on board. All those people that were laughing at it and saying it's not going to go anywhere, they're going to be jumping into XRP, and that's why it's going to go to $5 very quickly, then $10 very quickly. That's what I believe. Litecoin, I don't think is going to do as much as XRP or Ethereum, but I still think it's going to do big things as well. And Cardano, I just think is going to explode as well, over $1 as well. And it's not going to surprise people because it's just a slow burner, Cardano, but it's going to come up big time and going to bite people on the arses, but and surprise a hell of a lot of people as well. But it's going to get up there as well. And that's my kind of thoughts on the 5 big ones. Now, obviously, we're looking at lower ones as well. We'll have to look at the lower caps, and there's loads and loads of kind of small caps that are going to be up and running. We've spoke about, well, I wouldn't say the small caps now. Ethereum Classic I still like, it's under $1 billion. So if we're talking under 100 million, you have to kind of go way down the line. Zilliqa, under 100 million, could do extremely well. I like the newer ones that are coming out. I think the new ones that are coming out, came out, are going to do really well. You go to the next 100. Stratus, that's an old one. It's one of the oldest kind of cryptocurrencies and longest running. It doesn't mean to say it's not going to do well, but I think it just needs to kind of rebrand or something. Electronium, I'm still not sure about. Grin, I'm not sure about either. Project Piles, I've been looking at that as well. Redcoin's one of the oldest ones as well. Phantom is going to do really well. I believe Tomo Chain is going to do brilliant as well. Loopring, I'm not sure about. So there's loads of others I've not looked at. Sailor, Harmony, yep, definitely they're going to do well, I think. Matic as well. So the new ones, the IEO ones that have come out, I think they're going to do well. So you have to kind of look at your portfolio and just start to balance it, start to accumulate. I think the large caps, that's where I'm heading more towards that. I still love trading, and I still think trading is the way to go to accumulate more Bitcoin, or to accumulate more Bitcoin to buy the likes of Ethereum, XRP. For me, it's XRP. I put a lot of money back into XRP. I was out of it, and I'm just thinking there's just too much good news. I'm just putting it aside. Putting it aside now, and I'm just trading with a much smaller amount of money, but I'll be able to trade that back up. But that's what I'm doing just now. So I'm back into XRP. I have been since last week, and I'll just leave it, and literally just leave it and just accumulate it. But I'm starting to accumulate Ethereum now as well. I think KCS could be a good one, but as well as BNB. That's going up as well, which is good. I think it's down to $1.26, but I think that'll go up big time as well. KCS, but we need to wait and see about it. So it'd be good to know your thoughts on that. Got a few people in. Yeah, so that's Melbourne Skidmore talking about Spidey senses, but yeah, I think it's coming and it's going to surprise us all. If the crypto market can surprise us, I think it's going to surprise us with a big spike in Bitcoin price. John Graham is in house. G-Slick is in. Revolutionist, maybe I'll look into that bot, thanks. Tony P is in house. And as I do you believe McAfee's prediction of 500k BTC end of year 2020 is possible, even anywhere close? By the end of 2020, 500,000. In theory, yes. Yeah, it's totally possible. This is crypto. It is totally possible. Especially if the institutional investors get in. And you've got to think about it from the point of view, if you're getting the likes of Bakkt getting in just now, and they're going to be testing obviously, but the likes of Bakkt getting in, and they're going to have to, if people start buying from them, the clients start buying from them. Think about it this way. If you think about supply and demand, we always go back to supply and demand with Bitcoin. If you think like 7 million are lost, or even if you think conservatively and say, okay, 4 million are lost. So by the end of 2040 or something, there's only ever going to be 17 million because 4 million are lost already. That's a conservative number. Now, if you've got the likes of Bakkt, and you're going to get other kind of exchanges as well, apart from the ICE and stuff like that, they're going to have to buy Bitcoin physically first. They're going to have to buy it, probably from an OTC or however they're going to buy it. They're going to have to buy it, which will take it out of circulation for the clients to then buy it from them. They're going to have to, if you think about it that way. So they're going to have to buy a big chunk. So when they're going to buy Bitcoin to start up, and they've started already, there's no way they've not started already accumulating Bitcoin. But when they start buying Bitcoin for more and more, as more and more institutional investors come on board, they're going to have to buy it from the OTC trading desk or whatever, or from the markets themselves. They're not going to buy a couple of Bitcoin at a time. They're not even going to buy 1,000 Bitcoin at a time. They're going to buy billions of dollars of worth of Bitcoin at a time in order to have in storage for the clients for the future. Now this is why everybody's getting excited about the price of kind of Bitcoin going up because of Bakkt. And they're wondering why. They think it's because, this is what I think. They think it's because the institutional investors are going to be coming in, they're going to be buying the Bitcoin from Bakkt, and Bakkt buy it at the time from there. That's not going to be the case. If you think about it, if you were Bakkt, if you owned Bakkt and part of IC and stuff like that, what would you do? You'd start accumulating. You would have already started accumulating Bitcoin just now at $3,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, all the way up to $14,000. You'd still be accumulating just now, but they still have to accumulate for the future as well. So whenever a client of Bakkt places an order, a futures contract for Bitcoin, it doesn't mean to say Bakkt is going to go to the market at that particular time and buy Bitcoin for them and have it. That's going to be the definition of having a physical kind of Bitcoin there for them. They don't do that. It'll be Bitcoin they've already got just now. And they're just going to have to buy more and more and more and more to satisfy client demand. But they're going to make a shit ton of money because they've already bought it at $3,000, and the new investors coming in, or the new institutional investors coming in, want to buy a futures contract at $14,000. So they're making money that way, plus they're making money on the fees and stuff like that as well. So think about that. There's going to be more and more companies like Bakkt coming on board. They're going to have the physical Bakkt. They're going to have the custodial service as well. They're going to have the insurance, all that kind of stuff as well, and it's going to be regulated. They've already started accumulating. They're going to accumulate even more just now at these prices. And that's what I think is going to happen. So yeah, it's possible they could go to 500,000. That was an answer to your question there. Huawei, Apple, hi all. So my point is everyone buys BTC, but what if all crypto are paid with BNB Binance token? Like the pound fee, it will also be bought with BNB. Currently at near 6 market cap, what BNB goes up? BNB is going to go up anyway because it's such a highly respected, and it's used by a lot of kind of newbies and people that have been in the game for a while as well. So it's going to go up anyway. Whether it could be paired with the likes of Binance token, I don't think that's going to happen because it is an exchange token. It's an exchange token. Why would you then not say, okay, instead of using Binance, why don't we use KuCoin shares? Or why don't we use kind of Bittrex? Or why don't we use Huobi token or something like that? So for an exchange token to be paired with that, it could be on Binance, but I get what you're saying. Decouple it from BTC, but it's going to have to couple with something else. If it's going to be coupled with something else, it'd likely be the USDT or USD. I think that's my understanding. Crypto Knowledge Alliance is in. Jimbo, who's still in Egypt just now. Good to see you here, Jimbo. One of our brilliant admins, and got his own channel in his own right as well at Crypto Knowledge Alliance. If you click on that, you'll be able to subscribe to him. So support our kind of users as well, and our admins and the people in the group as well. So definitely click on over and subscribe to Jimbo. I was going to say Big Jimbo there. It's not Big Jimbo, but Jimbo. Das Hibernian is tense putting in these wallet addresses, one wrong character. Exactly. It's a nightmare because you have to double check it. So I always check the first 6 and the last 6 kind of digits, and I check it multiple times because I am paranoid that I'm going to get it wrong. 500k Bitcoin by 2020 is pie in the sky stuff. It's possible. It is possible. Unlikely, but possible. But if you think about what I've just kind of talked about there, then it makes it highly kind of possible. Oops. We're just in chat mode just now, 1 wee second. CYT Crypto XLM. We'll look at that in a wee second. 2i, so 500 for BNP, a price of 0.10. When this takes off and you've made money, look up sudden wealth syndrome and get a financial advisor. It's one thing to get rich, it's another. Yeah, totally. I think I would sink it into something else as well. I think ADA will hit $32 in 2025. $32, that's a big ask, but you never know. Will input output renew the Cardano contract because it ends 2010 or 2020? I honestly don't know. Steve, any idea why Pundy is not moving up? Always looked at it as a quality project, still holding. Mitch, I was just saying to somebody this morning, honestly, with Dent and with Pundy X, I just don't know what's going on with them at all. I've given up even trying to figure out why it's such a low Satoshi value just now. So I just don't know, because I think they're quality projects as well. Both of them are quality projects, but they're just going down in price. Also check out Eldon. I think Eldon are going to do well as well. So I think all the IEO coins are going to do well. I think they will definitely do well. KMD will do really well. I do believe that as well. Nick Smith, Devinder Singh. What about Apollo? I don't know too much about Apollo, but I just don't know. Revolution said I think Apollo is a scam. AGI, I think AGI I've spoken about before. 10,614 for Bitcoin. AGI. Chart-wise, obviously chart-wise, most of them aren't doing that well. On the 4 hour it's crossed over, coming up its all-time low. So it'll be a buy at the moment for the short term. Long term, if you've looked into it, it does look decent. But with the altcoin purge coming up, Bakkt I think is a quality project as well. And BAT, with the altcoin purge coming up, a lot of these are going to disappear. It's going to be difficult to tell which ones, but if you've got kind of product out there, you're making money already, you've got partnerships already, I think it's going to be much better. Got it, boys. Steve, I've gone to Tixel Web as Tixel.me by Ivan on Tech as an angel investor. Token sale is now on. Yeah, Tixel, I kind of looked at that. I signed up for it. I didn't buy any of it, but I did sign up for the kind of updates and stuff like that as well. All checked debt ratios of buyers and sellers, or DP ratios of buyers and sellers for PundyX. ADA and XRP are king. Yeah, I do think a lot of people are going to be surprised by XRP. I don't think they're going to be surprised by Cardano, because I just think it's just going to slowly keep on going up, and it'll just keep on going up. It'll just be a slow ride up, but I still think it's brilliant to invest in. Antonio Medusa is in. Good morning to you. Huawei Apple. Elrond is impressive with state sharding. Yeah, and it's making, I think it's making kind of partnerships just now as well. So I think all the new IEOs that have come out from Binance, I think are going to do really well. So contracts will become a thing, and Elrond is passed with 3 stages of sharding. Excellent. Crypto Knowledge Alliance, with Bakkt already testing, it's fair to say they've completed the stock picking. Yeah, I would say so. Piling, yeah, at least for now. Yeah, I would definitely say so as well. And they probably, well, I wouldn't say so if they've gone OTC, and I would imagine a lot they have gone OTC. If they've gone OTC, I was going to say that's probably part of the reason why the Bitcoin price has gone up as well to $14,000. But I still think that they've gone to the market as well. I think the OTC companies will be drying up, so they need to stockpile again. Huawei Apple want to see a pension product where a contract is signed with a legit financial institution and use state coins for compound interest. That'd be fantastic. Mr. B, hi Steve, good morning to you. Please could you cut your outro on live streams? It plays havoc with autoplay when I'm in the bath. The crazy ones on repeat. Cut your outro on live streams. It plays havoc with autoplay when I'm in the bath. Right. No, what's happened is I usually play it once. I know what you're talking about now. I usually play it once, but sometimes I've just got distracted and done other things. I've let it run for about half an hour or something, so it just keeps on repeating all the time. I'm presuming that's what you're talking about. Revolutionist, a guy in England bought BTC when it was pennies, and years later he threw his PC in the bin. 3 days later, seen BTC on an advert over 16k. It threw away over 7 mil. I think there was something there's loads of stories like that. I think I would be going to the skip to look for that PC. So we'll go back to some charts. Some people were talking about to look. We'll go to Binance, see what's doing well. So I've not really called in a premium group. You probably noticed I've not really called much in a premium group. Just purely because of the volatility, and we can see here there's nothing much happening, and it's because of the volatility that you're going to get some of them kind of up and coming. But I will make the calls, and I do still look at the charts every day if you're in the premium group, just in case you're wondering why I haven't made many calls. So I've only made about 21 calls this month, which is about one per day. We're up, I've not updated this kind of recently, but we're up 10.4% overall on all the ones that have been picked. And I've showed this before. So I've not made calls for the last 4 days, but I do still look at the charts. So just to let you be aware. What was I looking at? What was I looking at there before? Oh yeah, I was looking at Binance. Okay, so TNT is up on the 4 hour. That's crossed over on 4 hour. AGI, I've just been speaking about that. That is up as well. ETC, I like the look of as well for the long term. That could do well as well. Just crossed over. It hasn't crossed over for a while. BNB is back at 300,000, which is good to see. And who's not doing so well? So there's not that many. There's only a couple of pages in the red. So it's kind of one of the days where it's just kind of going sideways just now. Algo is down to 642. It's its lowest since it came onto the market. That could be worth keeping an eye on. Not obviously just now, because there's no indications that it's going to go up at the moment. But it's worth keeping an eye on just because it's gone to its low and it's a new one out. So at one point it will probably jump up. Seller. Let's sell that to 104. Seller's that as well. Right, there's a new one coming to market, obviously. So Binance looks as if they're going to be listing another one with this undefined. I've never seen that before, so they might be listing another coin. So Seller Network, that could do really well as well in the next coming days. Matic down to 127. That's another good one. ERD down to 39 again. Another good one. So these are ones to keep an eye on when they all start running again. But if you're in the premium group, we'll be able to keep an eye on them and just let you know when they kind of jump up, or when they're about to jump up, hopefully. And keep forgetting, Fetch AI down below 1,000 Satoshi again. So I'm just doing the IEOs. So Ren is up, and they crossed over way kind of 674. Could have had 100% on them when they kind of crossed over. That's on the 1 hour. So on the 4 hour, crossed over at 741. So they've done extremely well. Who else is in? Kukla is in. Good morning to you. Good to see you, Kukla. Pascal Amsterdam. Good morning, viewers. Like this video. Stephen Seathouse is in. Litecoin is going to explode, hopefully. I've seen them as well. I don't know why that was at the beginning. Lawrence Matthews is in. Scottish Pro, did you hear about the guy who mined 7,500 Bitcoin years ago and lost it all with Bummer? 80 million nightmare. That'd be an absolute nightmare. King 1969, good morning to you. FTM is going places in Dubai, smart cities. I think Elrond is a major use case for real estate and financial products. Yeah, I do think the new ones, the FTM, look really good as well. Does Hibernian, there was a Welsh guy that actually went to his local dump and dug through rubbish for weeks looking for his BTC through it. I'd definitely do that. I wouldn't mind doing that at all. I'd go through the rubbish dump and look through it. Juno Dow had no success with exchanges to retrieve my OMG coin. Would it be the best to contact OMG directly to get off Etherscan to a new crypto wallet? I would, if you've not had any success, I would definitely do that and try and find out what the best course of action is. Binance Jersey, BNB pairing with pounds, I hear. Yep. I think BNB token could be valuable for every portfolio. Just look at CoinMarketCap. I take it a BNB person, Hugh White Apple. Okay, I'll just see what the other news I was kind of looking at. And this was a kind of Bitcoin news as well. BTC, Josh Rager, just saying, oh, what TGR daily time frame resistance did its job and price closed under after that $400 plus wick. It's always good to wait for a retest to make sure a broken resistance holds a support, and this is clear example. Neutral at the moment, still in range. Analyst, BTC simply consolidating before massive surge continues. This is Mike Novogratz, a popular cryptocurrency investor and the founder of Galaxy Digital, recently dispelled some investors' concerns that Bitcoin will soon drop to unrealistic prices, and further added the BTC is currently just consolidating before it moves significantly higher. BTC goes to $100 as game over. It won't. It's already established itself as a store of value. Stop wasting your time with these tweets and go outside and enjoy the summer. BTC is consolidating before its next move. Let it work for you. That's from Mike Novogratz. So basically what it's saying is just buy Bitcoin and just go and enjoy life. Just buy Bitcoin. And to a degree, I tend to agree with that. Just kind of buy Bitcoin or buy the other ones, buy Ethereum, buy XRP, buy Litecoin, buy Cardano, buy kind of Stellar, whatever it is you want, and just go and enjoy life as well. But Bitcoin you need in your portfolio anyway. So definitely still buy, especially at these prices. Buying Bitcoin is a good idea. $10,573. It is topsy or choppy just now. It's always choppy though. So it doesn't matter what price you buy it at. And you just think 2 years ahead, what price is going to be in 2 years. If you think it's going to be 100,000, buy at these prices. Because it's still going to go to 100,000 whether you buy at 10,500 or 3,500 or kind of 8,500 or 15,500. It's still going to go to $10,000. Oh, $100,000, sorry, at least. Some of the other ones, Ethereum, USD, 224. Just look at the USD value. It's not, in fact, look at the BTC value for 2018. It's crossed over in the 4 hour, but it's got 3 red candles, or 4 red candles now for XRP. It's coming off its all-time low. It's going to be amazing when this kind of jumps up and people are just going to be shocked by it, I think. XRP, LTC, get the USD value, 99. Yeah, it's jumped up over the last couple of days. And Cardano. $585. Just crossed over on the 4 hourly for the first time since the beginning of June. So it's a buy from a trading point of view. B is saying have a good day all. Better give my skates on. Have a good one, B. Do you have grayscale reports on crypto? Yeah, they're in. I looked at them last week, the grayscale reports, but I've not got them to hand. Does Hibernian Bitcoin mining is now using more energy than Switzerland per year. Yeah, all over the world, yeah. But you could say that about the banks as well. just having banks for fiat transactions is using more crypto, or is using more energy than the whole of the United States or something. So it's all kind of relative if you look at it from that point of view. Cardano could go into Coinbase after mainnet launch, could do. Huawei, Apple, XRP could be a sensible stablecoin since adoption of major banks requires that type of transparency. Yeah, and they're doing everything right. I think XRP are doing everything right for regulations and stuff like this. It's going to be mental when it does go. It's going to be a good day in crypto. I'm just accumulating more, but at the same time, still want to accumulate more Bitcoin as well and trade kind of Bitcoin as well. And hidden gems and trade on Binance as well. Okay, I think I'll leave it there for the moment. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think I missed anything. No, I'll leave it there just now. But thank you for your time, and sign up for the free crypto course as well. We've got a free crypto course coming up. It's a three-part video kind of series that's coming up at the end of the month. So sign up for that. The link is down below for you as well, and then once you've signed up for that, you'll get the chance to join the premium group at a discounted price, and it's only going to be open for 1 week only. So make sure you sign up for that as well. So it'll be brilliant to see you there. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels,